Hello, and welcome to a special edition of the Andzen Approach this month. We're in Boston for Klaviyo's K-BOS event, the first time they've done it since 2019. We're excited to have Jeremy from Klaviyo with us, and also Rody, our Andzen General Manager for North America. And as always, Brennan, our CEO too. So we've just finished 2 days of the conference. Brendan, you did an extra day before the conference as part of Klaviyo's advisory. Maybe that's like a great place to start. Would be kind of what the week generally has been like for everyone, getting started, getting into it, and then we can talk a little bit about the conference itself.
Yeah, the K Boston special, and the K Boston, K Sydney, K London, they're all really special events, and they are for a couple of reasons. There's the obvious, products get announced, we get to see people's real time views on those products as well. But for me, as someone that works for Klaviyo, what's great to hear from from partners, customers, and just a broader ecosystem is just getting the feedback as well. Just getting the feedback as to how we're approaching the market, how we're doing things, how we're shaping the product. That's always the best part for me.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think one of the biggest perks of coming out here is just getting to sit down with everybody, getting some FaceTime with Klaviyo, getting FaceTime with other agency friends and the tech partners. So for me, this was my first official Andzen event, and it was a big one. It was a good one to start off with, and just the product updates and the speed that Klaviyo is moving at right now is kind of wild in the grand scheme of things, because I was at the Klaviyo Partner Day for Toronto, New York, Miami, Austin, and they were talking about a lot of this stuff, and then now to actually see it deployed in GA is really exciting. So yeah, it's been a great week. I've been really enjoying it.
Yeah, so as Jason said, I came in a little bit early for the Klaviyo Partner Advisory Council, which Andzen are a part of. So it was really great to spend some time with agency partners and tech partners from around the globe, in with Klaviyo leadership and product teams, talking about the new features, talking about the roadmap, and giving some pretty candid feedback on what we think of the roadmap, what we think of the new products, and what we think is missing and what we think could be done better. And I think one of the best things about Klaviyo, which has always been the case, has just been how receptive the team have been to product feedback from people like us at the coalface, dealing with multiple clients. They're really receptive, they listen, and things get built. I would be lying if I didn't say the most exciting part and the best part was Andzen winning Agency Partner of the Year for APAC. That was great. It was a huge effort from our team, but it was really nice to be here in Boston and get the award from AB himself and Eddie. Outstanding.
Yeah, I'm definitely biased. I would say that was easily the best part of the show, was us winning that award, and they're heavy too. They're it really feels solid. Yeah. Yeah, it was absolutely amazing yesterday afternoon. I think to be in that room with other partners as well, and have whether it was other APAC agencies and platforms, but EMEA and North America all coming over and congratulating us, and just the whole experience was really awesome. But I do want to talk for people that maybe haven't had the chance to watch the recordings yet, about some of the features that were announced, some of the new things that came out. I think for me, the big one obviously is Kai, Klaviyo's new AI, so KAI, obviously Kai. Really, really impressive, and incredibly exciting, I think, for us to be able to deliver more quickly and merchants to be able to do more with their data. But yeah, Jeremy, what's your major, I guess, takeaway?
Yeah, K Boston was very much like there was a lot of Kai going around. Yeah, there was a lot of Kai. So yeah, that was the big one for me as well. Both the marketing and the service agent as well. That's really, really good innovation. That's what I'm excited about, and I'm more the actual product itself, the tool itself, is great, and it adds a lot to the platform. But I'm excited to see what it means for the ecosystem, the customers, the partners, because as you know, that just gives you back time, and I'm just keen to see what people do with that time going forward.
Yeah, Klaviyo AI, super interesting. Very, frankly, terrifying as an agency, right? Like, we're talking about Klaviyo building tools that is going to speed up and replace a lot of what clients engage us for. And I think if we weren't Andzen, we would be pretty scared. But we are innovators. I think we've intentionally selected Klaviyo as our tool because our team can work faster, because the product is better. So this innovation, I think, just pushes Andzen to be more consultative, do more strategic approach, and maybe less hands-on some of the laborious parts of what we do for clients, and a lot more strategic. It does mean, I think, we're going to have to transform what we do as an agency, but I love that we're working with a partner like Klaviyo that pushes us to do that. There'll be a lot discussed around the front end of what an actual user, and be that a brand or one of our agency team members, on how they work. What I'm really excited about is the fact that Klaviyo has opened this up in the sort of back end from an AI MCP perspective, where we can start and continue actually building our Andzen agents alongside with what Klaviyo is doing. That's what I'm really excited about.
Yeah, I think everything with AI was just like riddled throughout the entire day and a half that we had here.
Shows you about what their intention is, right?
100%, and it's like you gotta adapt and adopt or die. And I think it was AB that said, it's like, AI is a great tool, but it's all the strategy that you put around it. And I think that's really where like Andzen can shine, in like we have the strategy. We won Best Agency of the Year for a reason, because we do good work. Sorry, but a little bit of a brag there, but that's a big part of why I joined Andzen as well. And I think like the way that we're embracing it and the way that we're rolling with it is just, it's exciting. It's really cool to see this innovation, and the pace at the innovation is just accelerating. So I don't think that's going to slow down. It's terrifying and exciting.
I was also very fortunate enough to be sitting at the table with AB on, I guess, our welcome dinner ahead of PAC, the Partner Advisory Council, and was able to get some, I guess, insights into his thinking around AI. And I think the thing that really stood out for me was about, those companies and those individuals who are willing to, blow everything up and start again. And that in itself is terrifying, right? Burn the boats, there's no way back, right? We've only the way forward. And it was a huge validation for a lot of the thinking that I've been doing, that we've all been doing on this front.
Yeah, I agree completely. I think a few other things, I think for people that are maybe looking at what they should be honing in on in terms of watching sessions, some great updates to marketing analytics, being able to bring multi-channel reporting in, and looking at linear models and things like that. So if you're interested in marketing analytics, definitely go and have a look at some of the new releases that Klaviyo have done there. And then I think the MCP stuff as well is really, really exciting. So if you are someone who has been really engaging with AI and, using, trying to look at building your own agents, or how you can get more out of agents, Klaviyo have basically opened the platform up to create secure connections between these agents and your program of truth is, to be able to get some really, really cool, really deep insights, which were great.
I was just going to say, thank you for bringing up that multi-channel reporting as well, because it didn't get buried, but the AI stuff was so exciting that you kind of like lose sight, hey, there's actually some other really, really cool stuff going on. I was sitting next to a few partners that does a lot of work with performance, and so this sort of tool was going to save them time, going to save their clients time, and also going to save possibly money for some of their clients as well. And it was really, really, that's one that's also really exciting. So definitely a good call out there.
Cool. I think let's talk maybe a little bit more outside of the actual talk tracks and things. Maybe some highlights from the broader event itself for everybody. I know for me, one thing that I really enjoyed, obviously we can see all of our APAC friends at home whenever we want, but it was really great to see how strong the APAC presence was. And I really got the impression that we're thought leaders even in this market, and that a lot of agencies had come here and shown that. So yeah, that was really exciting for me to see. I think the kind of global respect for some of our agencies in APAC and the quality of work we do.
No, absolutely. I completely agree with that. You know, you come to Boston, you get your fill of clam chowder and consume many lobster rolls and maybe a couple of Sam Adams as well while you're here. But yeah, it was the APAC folks. They travel the longest to get here. But I think the way that the APAC folks approach business is they don't shy away from, as you say, giving honest feedback. And as a vendor or a platform like Klaviyo, which is innovating at such a rapid rate, getting that sort of immediate feedback and is just very, very valuable to us. So yeah, it's definitely a big highlight for me too.
Of course, it's great to be from APAC and have some good APAC representation here. But what I'm focused on is North America. And it's so good to have Rody here as our new general manager for North America and continue our expansion in this region. We've been operating here in North America for 5 or 6 years, 7 years, but now we're really stepping things up. Love to hear more about your thoughts on the role, Rody, and a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. Yeah. Thoughts on the role. I mean, we're a month in, so I'm still figuring out names and logins and things like that. I'm past that point. It's funny being on the other side of the table now. In partnerships, I've often talked about, like, my background is in sales and partnerships. I've worked in SaaS for the last 10 years in like e-commerce across a bunch of different products, and the last 5-6 years has been heavily focused on partnerships. And so I think like in partnerships you're often like focused on like sales, support, success, product, marketing, and you're like context shifting across those different things within the role. And then coming over to the agency side, that context shifting is like multiplied by 10 because you're doing that for each merchant across your entire client base. And then each of those merchants has a different tech stack that they're leveraging. So the spider web effect is it's a bit overwhelming, I'm not gonna lie, but I think plays nicely into my ADD where I can flit around from subject to subject. And honestly, I've got a really good position here where Andzen has the process, and then we're just moving it over here where we've already had success, and then just leaning on people that I've worked with for the last decade to sort of build out our presence here. It's exciting. It's a lot of fun. I'm pumped to be here.
It's good to have you, and it's good to have you here in Boston for K-Boss. What a way to kick off and to be together.
Final thoughts. So I think for me, everything at the conference was great. I think some of the final bits that I found really interesting were some of the new products like Gatsby, the recent acquisition. So social, that tab is going to be appearing in people's Klaviyo accounts. I believe that's in GA now. Is it? Or
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so you should start seeing a social tab, near campaigns and forms in your Klaviyo account, and the addition of WhatsApp too, which we haven't also not really had a chance to cover, but essentially Klaviyo adding 2 new channels at once, which is really huge. So final thoughts for me is that it really did feel like, I think across this event, features in marketing analytics, the launch of Kai, which is an incredible suite that is across the whole platform, and adding social as well. It feels like Klaviyo really have just gone crazy with launching new things, which is great.
Final thought for me, we announced at the beginning of this year Klaviyo as the first B2C CRM. And what's been great is that that was announced, and at the same time we announced K-Service as well. And since that point, we've been adding features and adding functionality across the board of our product. And you mentioned some great ones. It's not just AI related things. It's Gatsby. It's the Gatsby, the social side of it. It's WhatsApp. It's the orchestration across like 2 new channels as well. So that all plays into it. So it's just really good to see this this really come to life, and see how people are starting to see the vision and understand it a bit more. And in the famous words of our founder AB, we are only 1% done. So it's just going to keep getting better every year and every time you see it.
Final thoughts, Rody?
I think one thing we didn't touch on, chatting quickly, is just some of the talks that that went on today. So like Omar's talk this morning, like his so good. Like talking about like forget demographics. Like sure they can help you direct like where your paid is going, but like think about like the behavior, the emotion, and like the connection and things. And I just thought some of the talks were like really well curated and organized for the audience.
And Paige's talk yesterday had me in stitches.
Oh yeah, she was funny.
As I was saying, Paige's talk yesterday also had me in stitches as well.
Yeah, she was hilarious.
Yeah, that was really all I had, so I can pass it back to you.
So my final thought is Andzen is a customer journey and CRM agency. Klaviyo is the only B2C CRM. We have traditionally been known as an email and SMS marketing agency. We're not. We're a customer journey agency. We're a CRM agency. Andzen is going to be doing a lot more in service and help desk, marketing analytics, reporting, strategy, AI, agents, and of course email and SMS. So I think that wraps it up. Check out andzen.co/podcast. You'll be able to get this episode. You'll be able to find a whole bunch of our previous episodes. You can also find us on YouTube and Instagram, TikTok. See you next time.
Founded in 2012, Klaviyo is the only CRM built for B2C brands. Powered by our built-in Klaviyo data platform and AI insights, Klaviyo combines marketing automation, analytics, and customer service into one unified solution, making it easy for businesses to know their customers and grow faster. Klaviyo helps relationship-driven brands of all sizes deliver one-to-one experiences at scale, improve efficiency, and drive revenue. Chat to the team at Andzen or visit andzen.co/KLAVIYO to find out more and get started.